Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Garliff is saying hello as well. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we're back in Watchers Roost in Gloomingtarn. At the end of the last episode, we were checking the western shore of the lake, and now we have a few quests relating to the eastern side of the lake, and I'm not sure if we'll have enough time in just one episode to do everything there's to do on that side. We might be able to. There are some goodies awaiting for us in that side, but I'm not sure if we will be able to do it. Especially if we continue... come on. If we continue grinding insects like so. But I think we're headed to a location where we will also find more insects, so that would be nice. A really nice spot there to, I don't know, hang out. Maybe take a few pictures. Who knows? Come on. Now, this is the path that you would normally take to descend to the lake. On the last episode, we took the expedite route because we also needed to get a treasure cache that was only available by jumping off a cliff. But this is what we were supposed to be doing. Oh, come on. Perfect. All right. So you might have also seen, when we were exploring this area on last episode, somewhere around here there is a boat that we can take to get to the other side of the lake without having to swim there. Here's the boat. We can technically take the boat right now and we can avoid some of these fights, but once again, working on the deed and all that. So Durthuzâram, the Dark Lake. As I was saying, well, I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but there are a couple more treasure caches that we can get on this side of the lake on the eastern shore. Here you can also see, I know, Madden Diptoad, no. This is another possible location for some of the trophy hunter enemies you need to defeat for the deed, but it seems he's not here right now. We're not worrying about that anyway. We're gonna grab this treasure cache. We got an essence. Awesome. This guy is gonna aggro on us. Oh, he didn't. Perfect. And here we have the next step of our exploration with Spall, Ormgren.
Have you a moment?
You are a friend of Prince Durin's, are you not? Oh, thank you for coming to my aid. We arrived expecting to find an old abandoned delve into mine, but instead we found what must be thousands of glowworms. If we intend to reclaim Ormgren, it will take more than my axe and a small company of miners to do it. Will you aid me? I shall send word to Lord Stormhammer as soon as I can. Sure, what do you need?
Have you a moment?
Something has gotten to these worms, Beriathan. I'm no lore master, but I suspect the Warden runes did more than just keep the enemies of the Dwarves out of Gloomingtarn. Ever since the Iron Crown made their way into these caverns, its creatures have been unwell, and I am afraid the glowworms of Ormgren are no exception. Whatever balance was set in place long ago among these creatures has been broken with the Warden runes, and there is no craft or magic we possess that could repair them before the hour is too late. While I am thankful that many of the worms are still docile, a few have grown aggressive. They've begun to harass the miners and gnaw away at the ancient columns of Gloomingtarn. One among them, Brastring, has even taken to devouring his own kind, and I worry he might develop a taste for dwarf too if we're not careful. If Gloomingtarn is to survive even after the Iron Crown are routed, we must put an end to Brastring and his ilk.
Yes?
Even the more docile worms have become a nuisance. It seems the glowworms are uneasy with our presence here, which I can understand after so many years spent in solitude. But these are the lodes of Durin the Deathless. It is our right to explore them and reclaim them along with the rest of the mountain home. According to one of my miners, several others have been ensnared by the glowworms and have become stuck in strands of glowing slime. Would you help free them, Beriathan? I would have tried to help them sooner, but if I got stuck too, I think we'd all be in a bad way. If I don't hear back from you soon, I'll warn the others at Watchers Roost. Yeah, basically, same thing that we were doing on Glittengrove. As you step deeper into Ormgren, Spall calls you over. Yeah, give me just a moment. While serving Ormgren, you have encountered a massive number of glowworms. It seems they have grown far more numerous than they were before the orcs first laid claim to Mount Gundabad, and their combined hunger now threatens to gnaw away at the very foundation of the mountain home. In addition, the presence of the orcs and the men of the Iron Crown in Gloomingtarn has roused a remarkable hostility in some of the glowworms, making them dangerous to friend and foe alike. You should defeat many of the glowworms in Ormgren. By Durin's beard, what has happened to this place? The glowworms have been devouring Ormgren from within. For a moment, Spall's face drains of color and it looks as if he is about to faint. After a moment, he steadies himself. Perhaps this was the will of the first crafter. Yes, it must be. And besides, Beriathan, there is still much to be learned from these glowworms. It is only a matter of knowing where to look. Are you familiar with how glowworms digest what they eat, my friend? They possess complicated gizzards which become more effective when traces of stones and precious minerals are lodged within them. If we were to collect gizzards from these glowworms, we might learn what ores and minerals they have recently devoured. And by we I mean you, of course. I am a proud lore master, not some butcher of beasts and insects. Well, thank you. You don't mind helping me, do you? Now I might, but no, I really don't. Oh, and only the adult glowworms will have what I need, so you can leave the wormlets be. I wish I could leave the wormlets be, but... Once again, they did. Oh, come on. Now we gotta defeat 24 of these guys? Which... Well, taking into consideration the accelerator means that we... I don't know, could we potentially complete the insect deed today? Yeah, we're definitely gonna do it. This is amazing. We don't need to be... Oh, come on. We won't need to be grinding insects anymore after we're done with this. We'll still need to grind orcs, most likely. So I guess that is something that I will also do off camera, a little bit of it. But maybe not too much. Yuck, I'm getting out of here. Yeah, good advice. Come on. No, I couldn't use it. Have it your way. There are plenty of worms in here. It's just that the friggin' roots and everything. Come on. Oh no, it works. It's just that for whatever reason, the only worms that will give you an induction when collecting the gizzards are the blue ones. That's so weird. You have done well to defeat many of the glowworms in Ormgren. Although glowworms have always inhabited Mount Gundabad, their sheer numbers and sudden hostility pose a threat to the success of the Gavilaka. Awesome! Spider and Insect Slayer advanced, just as we complete the Gizzard quest too. No, we're missing one, but anyway. We got some Virtue XP. Valor is now level 81, that's great. New deed, Slayer of Gloomingtarn, and 5 LOTRO points. So... Yeah, that was basically it. Now we have Slayer of Gloomingtarn. We already have one. We only need to do other 2 deeds. That's simple enough. Angmarim we haven't encountered yet. But there will be plenty of chances to fight Angmarim as we finish questing in Gloomingtarn, so I'm not worried about that one. In fact, the Angmarim Slayer deed of Gloomingtarn is one of the easiest deeds to grind in all of Gundabad, and you will see why when we get there.
Our need is dire.
Ah, thank you, this will do nicely, Beriathan. I hope it was not too much trouble for you, but with this we might learn what precious minerals still lay hidden within the ancient stones of Mount Gundabad. Oh.
Yes?
Although I can hardly believe it myself, I think we're finished here. I could not have done this without you, my friend. Your name will no doubt feature prominently in my notes about Gloomingtarn whenever I should actually finish writing everything down. This service have given me much to consider, Beriathan, and some very fine things to study. If you wish to explore Glitting Grove or Ormgren further, I am certain you will be up to the task. As for me, I'm going back to Watchers Roost. Farewell. Farewell, Spall. Safe travels. But yeah, I'm not done with Ormgren yet. You know what, now that I think of it, I think we really should be able to complete everything we need to do on the eastern shore on today's episode. I don't see why not. We're making good progress here. Too many of them. Now we have rare chest. 2 out of 4. This one once again comes with some extra shards. Always nice to have. I haven't taken the time actually to really take a look at the Gundabad Scholar crafting, so I don't know how useful the shards are for a scholar. I am sure there's had to be something to be done with them. But even if I don't find anything useful for the shards as a scholar, I can still get my tailor and get myself some nice armor pieces if needed. In any case, you have put an end to Trusting's gluttony. Awesome. You had it coming. Now we just need to finish freeing 2 more dwarves. Lord Stormhammer must be told of this, and I'm sure Spall will tell him of this. But we really gotta focus on finding the 2 missing dwarves. So somebody else will tell Lord Stormhammer, I'm sure of it. Yeah, seeing how full this place was with the things, I really didn't need to grind so many insects out on the open, quote-unquote openness of Gloomingtarn. Plenty of insects in both Glitting Grove and Ormgren. There was no need for any extra grinding in that regard. There are too many of them. Yeah. But we have cold in numbers enough, I would say. Perfect. Although I wish it had not come to this, you have done well to put an end to Trusting and his ilk. All the old tales spoke of a natural harmony in these caverns, but after what those men of Angmar have done to the mountain home, I fear only discord will remain in their wake. At least for a time. You have my thanks, Beriathan, but I shall have my vengeance on the Iron Crown for their treachery.
Durin's folk shall endure, as we always have.
I can't imagine it was a pleasant experience for any of them, but luckily, none of the miners looked too much worse for the wear. I'm sure they'll be washing that glowing slime off their clothes for days, but they can do that back at Watchers Roost. You have my thanks, Beriathan. Oh, so close to leveling up. I thought we were gonna hit level 139 with this quest, but we'll definitely get to level 139 by the end of today's episode. We just gotta explore now the northern side of these shores. Thankfully, we can avoid all these toads. They don't count for any deed, and you know how much I dislike fighting toads when they start using their disgusting tongues and everything. These Ukrush are also avoiding the fight, so okay. I like that. And here we have the influenced goblins that we were sent to investigate. We only need to defeat 5 of them. But we are in great need of advancing this deed as much as we can, so let's clean this area of goblins, shall we? Further explore where the influenced goblins are camped. Yeah, just a moment. Ah, we have a treasure cache there. That's what I thought. Perfect. Come over here. You did discover Den of Pughlak. So let's see. This cavern appears to go very deep underground. You have discovered the entrance to the Den of Pughlak. So as you have seen in here, this will take us to the next instance that we need to complete. The next instance in the Gundabad cluster. So, Slayer of Gloomingtarn, yeah. Discovery Den of Pughlak, come on. 150 virtue XP, yeah, that was good. Just enough to get Valor, as you have seen, to level 82. We need to complete Den of Pughlak on any difficulty, any size. So, that's what we're gonna do. Den of Pughlak. Yeah, we just needed to walk to the entrance. That's so dumb. Solo tier 1. This is a very fun instance, from what I remember, so...
Far under Mount Gundabad lies the Den of Pughlak, the realm of the deepest of the deep toads.
Yeah, well, spoiler alert, now you know what it is. Where is my knife? I dropped it right here. What a shame that these goblins don't count for the Slayer deed in Gloomingtarn, but oh well. So, here we have some of the deeds, but these deeds you can only advance if you are doing the group version, so no point in worrying about them. We're doing this at tier 1, so we just need to grab them all. Oh, there we go. There we go, level 139. And after defeating all of them, the door opens, but level 139 and 1 class trait point. How many class trait points we have, I wonder now? 5. We have 97. We're missing, of course, 1 more point that we'll get when we hit level 140. And there's not a lot of things we can get with this, but I mean, the Warden revamp is coming really soon, so all this is about to change. But we can get these 2 extra points in the yellow line to get the extra targets for marked and diminished target. But once again, who knows how much that's gonna change with the Warden revamp. You have fallen down into the chamber of Korthcott, which is a giant Ukrush wielding a knife. That's one of the greatest things I have ever seen. A Ukrush wielding a knife. It's so fun indeed that... Oh, come on, I really want to get a good picture of it, but I think I have messed it up. We'll need to defeat this guy. But why do you need it to have an Ukrush wielding a knife? Especially an Ukrush as big as this one. Its pincers are already sharp enough. You really don't need to give the guy a weapon, but for whatever reason they did, and it's so funny. That's it. Ah, here's the chest. Enhancement runes. Nice to have, but not essential, especially the yellow ones. Once again, not a big fan of these toads, but we need to defeat them to open the way once again. The caverns continue deeper still. But I really love the atmosphere in this place. They did a great job with it. It's so colorful and at the same time unsettling. We have fallen further into the den of Pughlak. But as you have seen here, well, we were already told Pughlak is the greatest of the deep toads in Gloomingtarn. So we already knew what we will be facing here. You can check good old Pughlak over there. And if we drop, he hasn't aggro on us yet. So once again, we have the option of taking some great pictures in here. As he notices we are here and comes to attack us. He has he has not seen us yet. Yeah, there we go. Pughlak's venom alters your vision, putting you in a dreamlike trance. This is what's so great about this instance. You are taking... I mean, Pughlak basically gets you high. It's a toxic toad. And you start getting these visions. For example, here, you protect the chickens from some mad cows. I don't know who came up with this idea, but this one, whoever did, just hit a bullseye. The instance is really fun. It's a really unique concept as well. We have not gotten anything like it as far as I remember. Oh, come on. New deed. Mind over Pughlak. We're gonna check that deed in just a minute because the fight continues. The venom subsides and your vision returns, but Pughlak has regained its strength. God knows for how long we were in the trance. Gave Pughlak enough time to recover its strength. And there we go again. Pughlak's venom alters your vision, putting you in a dreamlike trance. This is... I don't know where exactly. A spectral Mumak. I mean, it's just so creative, the visuals and the concept itself. How can you not love this? There we go. The venom subsides and your vision returns, but Pughlak has regained its strength. I think that was the last of them. I don't remember if you get 2 or 3 visions every time you do the instance. I'm not sure. We're about to find out. 3 visions. Pughlak's venom alters your vision, putting you in a dreamlike trance. I don't know. I don't recognize this one. We are in some sort of prison. We gotta defeat the candles. Green candle now, okay. And a blue candle. Purple and orange once again. Come on. That's gotta be it. The venom subsides and your vision returns, but Pughlak has regained its strength. For what I hope it's the last time. It should be the last time. Defeated Pughlak. There we go. Some marks, some medallions. That was basically it. There must be a chest. Where is Pughlak's chest? There we go. Yeah, such a nice atmosphere. Was Pughlak's den once a shrine of the Nameless? Why do you say that? Ah, the runes. Yeah, I see it now. That's interesting. But I don't think this has been answered yet. Javelins heal damage? Really? And an essence box? Really? And I don't know, but I think there's no way to exit the instance other than right-clicking and selecting exit. I don't know if there is an actual exit of this place, an actual portal that you can go to. I mean, we have the time. We can explore that a little bit. But I don't see it. I don't think so. I mean, we have the time considering we are halfway through today's episode, but considering that our Slayer booster is running, maybe we don't have the time for that. No, I don't see any way out. Okay. Please tell me the goblins, yeah, respond. We can also fight some of them again. It's not the best place to grind the deeds by any means, but we are already here. So might as well take advantage of it. It's just like what, 6-7 goblins that you can find in here, so yeah, it's not time efficient by any means, but we'll take it. Now, there is a treasure cache on this island over here, the middle one. But that island is so close to another location that I'm not sure if... It really shouldn't, but you never know. If it will trigger the discovery of that place, which I don't want to do yet. So I guess we can leave that for later. Might come to regret that. I think it's that island over there. Durthuzâram, the Dark Lake. Let's risk it. And I hope I don't come to spoil that. shouldn't. I hope we don't. We don't trigger the discovery for that. How do you get on top of this island? I wonder, there are geodes in there. Okay, here. Treasure cache. There we go. That should be 5 out of 8. We can grab the geodes. Now we just hit level 139, but we have roughly 1/3 of Gloomingtarn to go. We have the entirety of Cloven Gap and Welkin Lofts as well. I think we are a little bit over leveled, not too much, but I'm wondering if I should maybe equip the Stone of the Tortoise so that we can hit level 140 closer to the end of the expansion, or if we just roll with it and hit 140 whenever. I'm not sure. Gotta think about that a little bit more.
At your service and your families.
I was starting to wonder where you have gone off to. What did you find that had you across the town for such a lengthy time? A giant toad had poisoned the goblins' minds? I would have never guessed that to be the answer. All of your talk about the scattering of deep toads and a broken nameless shrine has me rethinking my curiosity, Warden. Yeah, not worth it. Don't go there. There are many strange creatures who have taken refuge in Gundabad during the absence of the dwarves. Perhaps we will all be better off if some of these creatures are just left alone. Alright, and now with Hermath. Beriathan, you have returned not a moment too soon. Spall spoke highly of your aid in his survey, but I must ask something of you now as well. Sure. As I was saying, Beriathan, your companion Spall was quite determined to continue his survey, and so I allowed him to continue onward to Abkan'aban. However, I did not send him alone. Herzeg and a few of my warriors accompanied him northward to Lugun-nâla, the ancient span to the Stone of Wakening. I am certain our warriors are more than a match for the Iron Crown, but I grow concerned that more of these men of Angmar are arriving in Gloomingtarn with each passing hour. As much as Spall may wish to continue his survey with you at his side, I am afraid I now have a greater need for your aid. I ask that you join Herzeg and my warriors at Lugun-nâla, Beriathan. Do let Spall know that I regret depriving him of his companion, but I am certain he will understand. Be swift, my friend. The Iron Crown cannot be allowed to lay claim to Gloomingtarn. That's, yeah, basically it. Once again, the only other quest that we can pick in here is this one that will, well, it's the Vector to Cloven Gap. I think we can skip that quest for now. And I don't think it's really likely, but I don't want to take any chances. I am certain, at least, that I don't want to hit level 140 in Gloomingtarn. I love the place, I love how it looks, I love the lore behind it, but it doesn't feel like such a climatic location for us to hit level 140, so gonna be, yeah, using the Stone of the Tortoise for a little while. At least we don't lose stats by doing that, so I like that. Now, the legacy of Durin. Gotta defeat Angmarim cultists, which, once again, we are about to get to. We'll find plenty of cultists really soon. And I'm not sure exactly what's gonna happen now. But let's see, among other warriors of Hermath's Stormhammer's expedition, Spall and Herzeg stand before Lugun-nâla.
Hail, friend!
Ah, there you are, Beriathan. I was beginning to wonder if Lord Stormhammer forgot to mention where I'd gone, but no matter. Look out across the lake, my friend. Isn't Abkan'aban beautiful? The Spall gestures to the massive island which rises out of the waters of Durthuzâram. His eyes are aglow with excitement and awe. It is the Stone of Wakening. It is said that it was upon those stones where Durin the Deathless first awoke, first of the Seven Fathers. What a sight to behold! Few Longbeards have been so fortunate to make such a pilgrimage, but would you accompany me? You tell Spall that Lord Stormhammer has asked you to aid Hersek and the other warriors. I see. That is a shame, my friend, but I do understand. I shall continue my studies here then for a time before crossing the span, but I do hope you get to visit the stone before you depart Gloomingtarn. Ah, you have a quest for me?
Hail, friend!
Ah, but before you go, have you seen those dwarves casting stones into Gloomingtarn? And Longbeards, no less. To desecrate the caverns where Durin the Deathless first awoke, and in such a manner. It is unthinkable. I would be of a mind to reprimand them myself, but it seems I have already made something of a reputation for myself among the dwarves of Lord Stormhammer's expedition. Why, I even overheard them call me names. Spall the Stuffy, they call me. Better stuffy than disrespectful, I say. Even so, something must be done. Would you tell those dwarves to stop casting stones into Durthuzâram? There will be time enough for idle amusement when the mountain home is reclaimed. Sure, I can do that. Last time I saw dwarves throwing stones, didn't end well. Ah, we forgot to check this deed. Mind over Pughlak, Spectral Mumak, the Candles, and the Raging Coraller. We need to get the Thunderstorm, the Cock Lurker, and the Mind Crawlers in order to complete the deed. But as far as I remember, the visions that you get are random every time you do the instance, so there's no way of me telling you when are we gonna get that.
Aye.
Alright, Beriathan, it's time we figure out just what the Iron Crown are after. Before you arrived, I spotted a small encampment to the north. It seems the Iron Crown have a few such camps leading down into Gloomingtarn from the Cloven Gap, but this one appears to be the largest of them, aside from Loch-an-Dubh. Although we haven't been able to recover any of them, I have seen the Angmarim of the Iron Crown carrying scroll cases. If they didn't stop after stealing the Black Stone Anvil, who knows what else they might seek to pilfer. Scout the encampment to the north and see if you can find one of these scroll cases, Beriathan. We've got to know what they're up to and what they found. A little bit of a spoiler alert there, Hersek, but yeah, the Angmarim are... Well, we'll get to know about what that anvil is and what its importance when we advance the Legacy of Durin, as far as I remember, so... you make a good point, that's that. So yeah, we really don't need to worry about that yet. We'll get answers soon enough. Oh, come on, it's just a few stones. Man, don't do it. You want me to tell you what happened in Moria? It was only a bit of fun until the Watcher awoke, and then it was not fun anymore. And no, there's nothing like the Watcher here in Gloomingtarn, but don't risk it. We got treasure cache 6 out of 8. Making really good progress in here, but there's nothing left in here to do. Oh, the other 2 dwarves are crossing the span. Okay. Alright, and the Angmarim encampment we need to scout is to the north. Here we have Slackby. We'll talk to him as soon as we defeat 10 Angmarim. Which is gonna be really soon. You did Angmarim, Slayer of Gloomingtarn. Let us see. 120 and 240. So that might seem like a lot, considering we're almost done with Gloomingtarn now. But you'll see it's not that bad. It appears the Iron Crown used this encampment to explore beyond the shores of Durthuzâram. Oh, come on. I mean, there are just a handful of locations where you will be able to find the Angmarim or the deed, but you can always find them in such big numbers that even though we're getting this deed towards the end of the area, which is something I'm not a big fan of, as you might remember, this is one of the few deeds where that is not a problem. Alright, here we have the scroll case that Hersek needed. You collect a scroll case presumably containing notes and research gathered by the Iron Crown. We'll need to check that in just a moment. Here we have treasure cache. 7 out of 8. Awesome. And the last one is further to the north. I think we just need to swim for this one. We don't need to jump off any cliff or any other thing like that. So should be okay. Runes, yeah, we can take that. Javelin skills damage. Alright, let's try to take that. We might need that. We might not, but we'll never know. Unless we take it. I mean, we don't know still, as of the time of recording this, the extent of the Warden changes, but it's being heavily implied the traceries are gonna change. So we might have a use for that tracery later on. Who knows? Oh my god. Please tell me we don't need to jump off any cliff. Oh no, we'll need to do it. No. This is the hardest one to get. Now I remember falling many different times trying to find the best way of getting that chest from up there. I don't know, should we be going for that chest right now? Maybe we should. Let's try to do that. Let's try to do that because I don't think we have many things left to do in Gloomingtarn. We might have a couple more quests. And an instance, I mean, if everything goes well, we might even be able to finish off Gloomingtarn on the next episode, which is kind of crazy to me how fast we've been able to complete all there is to do in Gundabad. It's taking way less time than I expected. But yeah, we only have one episode left in Gloomingtarn 2 at best. Well, 1.5 really. If we don't miss jumping off the cliff, that is. Oh, come on, I didn't want to fight this toad. Well, at least he went down really quick. We will be talking to Slackby really soon. There you'll see the entrance to one of the other Angmarim encampments in here. That one is loaded with the guys. That one will most likely help us get the deed done. And there's not one instance, there are 2 instances left. As far as I remember, but yeah, we do need to not cross into Cloven Gap. Ideally. But We're so close to completing that deed. I really want to do it. But no, we are still way off to the south. We gotta move north a little bit more. There you will see the entrance to Gloomingtarn, but I don't want to do that. Not yet. Awesome. Geez, I don't know if this is the spot where we need to jump or if it's the next one. But I don't want to risk it, so let's try with the next one. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah. This one definitely. It's just that if you miss this jump, then you gotta go all the way back here. And it's not much. But it is a pain. I'm not sure exactly where this one is located. A little bit further to the north. No, don't do it. God. I think we needed to jump in this one actually. Let's see if we can make it from here. Oh yeah, we could. Broke a leg, but we could. Let's give it another try. There we go. Oh! I didn't expect to be able to make that jump. I was aiming for the lower platforms actually. Oh, thank you, but here we are. Awesome, what do we have here? Completed Treasure of Gloomingtarn, some more reputation, a title, and Valor is now level 83. But since we just hit level 139, that means we have unlocked rank 84. Treasure of Gloomingtarn. We have the title, the Virtue XP, the Reputation. Okay. You have explored Gloomingtarn in great detail. And deed bestowed. Explorer of Gloomingtarn. Where is it? There. Invaders in the lake, Min Lork and Lochanduf, alright. The Cradle of Durin, Abkan'aban, and Purmumekhem. Okay. Alright, I think I got it. I don't remember exactly how the Legacy of Durin will proceed after this point, so I'm not sure if we will, for example, be sent back to Matugard and then back to Gloomingtarn, but I think at some point we will. That will give us the chance of picking up the quest for the Jewel of the Throne in Gloomingtarn and then coming back here and actually recovering it. But I'll need to double check that once again. Oh! You're fighting the toad and everything. Awesome. Let's bring the scroll to Slagby. No, the news to Slagby. We've defeated the Angmarim. What now?
This is the cavern where Durin the Deathless awoke, first of all the dwarves.
Do you see the island in the lake? Look across the water and tell me what you see. Look across the water, over there. Slagby stands beside you in silence as you contemplate the distant rocks.
The island of the lake is called the Stone of Wakening.
Or it is said that Durin awoke there first of all the dwarves. He built an anvil of black stone and a forge of white break, and the sound of his hammer echoing over the water called forth the ancient fathers of the dwarves. They stood on the shore of the lake, observing his work. Stadkill would have loved to stand here, Beriathan. He spoke of it often, and my heart is aggrieved to know now that he never will. Let us cross to the Waking Stone and see the black anvil and the white forge on his behalf. The bridge is just to the south. I think, yeah, we're ready to cross the bridge now, but we gotta bring the scroll to Hersik as well.
Our need is dire.
What did you find, Beriathan? Give that here. Hersik opens the scroll case and begins reading notes and research collected by the Iron Crown in Gloomingtarn. Oh, I don't like the sound of this at all. Alright, this is more of a tanky bracelet. No, this is a ring. Still.
Yes.
Honorless villains. It was the Iron Crown that stole away the Black Stone Anvil of Durin the Deathless, and they do not intend to stop there. Yeah, spoilers, we were just about to cross and see for ourselves. They now send their servants not only to Gloomingtarn, but into the Cloven Gap and into the height of the Welkin Lofts. It seems they seek to lay claim to everything in Mount Gundabad, but that shall not be so. The Angmarim gather to Lochen dupe like moths to the flame, and I fear the tide of battle may soon turn against my grandfather's expedition and the Gavilaka. We must stop them here, Beriathan, and strike at the very heart of their encampment. Alright, we're going with Hersik, but maybe not today. Agility, vitality... Yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna equip that ring. Really nice crossing in here. This bridge, I mean, this entire area, it's so atmospheric, and once again, I really do love the lore behind it. The Stone of Wakening, what it means to the dwarves, but also how it was described, the black anvil and the white forge. Amazing. Now we descend through here and we'll find the two missing dwarves. Or Spall's quest. Stop this, please. It was only a bit of fun. Yeah, don't get me started again. Alright, I'll stop. Very nice of you. We'll bring the news to Spall in just a moment. I have the feeling he will want to check the stone on his own too. I mean, any way you look at it, there will be back and forth. If I remember this correctly, maybe I don't, but I want to check nonetheless, just in case.
What news do you bring?
They've stopped? Very good. You are held in high regard by Prince Durin, and I knew they would listen to you, even if they disagreed with my reasoning. I appreciate you doing that on my behalf, Beriathan. Alright. I was wrong. So there was no need for back and forth, but now we did. Anyway. What a shame. Just tell me, how is this not the greatest thing Gundabad has to offer? Huh? Take a look at it. So we'll get to know more about this stony here, but just a quick heads up. On the left we have Durin the Deathless. On the right we have Matsuck the Traitor. But yeah, we'll learn more about the history of this place later. Examine the White Stone Forge. The White Stone Forge gleams even in the dim light, unaffected by time passage. I guess this was the place for the anvil. I cannot believe this. The White Stone Forge is here, as it should be, but the Black Stone Anvil has been taken away by unknown villains. This is a grievous insult. Stodkel would die of a broken heart had he lived to see it. Not enough room to do that? Oh, jeez. It must have been the cultists from Angmar. Did I say they would pay for their intrusion into Gloomingtarn? That was nothing compared to this insult. The villains who hold away the Black Stone Anvil will suffer the wrath of the Dwarves and all who call them friend. I will not sleep until those responsible are slain. You will aid me in this, yes? I ask that you slay 101 Angmarim cultists in Gloomingtarn. That will show them the reach of our anger, and still would only be the start. Alright, well, it's good luck then that we are about to head into the greatest Angmarim encampment in Gloomingtarn. But as with many other quests that have this sort of outrageous objectives, as you can imagine, we don't need to actually defeat 101 Angmarim to advance this quest. We'll need to defeat about 20 of them, maybe? I'm not sure. In any case, we will still be defeating 101 Angmarim, and potentially more, because, well, we are aiming to complete both Slayer deeds. In fact, I want to do the math really quick, if you don't mind. Angmarim Slayer. We are missing 42 plus 240, that's 282. Divided by 2, that means 141. So yeah, that's what we will be doing. I mean, we will be fighting a lot of Angmarims, and I'm counting on completing that deed without a lot of grinding, but once again, that's something that will have to come later because we have run out of time for this episode. Let me just cross the bridge and we'll make ready to storm the Angmarim encampment, but once again on the next one. For the time being though, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.